Almost forgot. Almost forgot to turn my microphone on. Anyways, hello everybody. And the cutting mat fell down, so now I have to move it with my feet. So I'll pick it up later. I'm planning on moving to foam. If we're gonna get there, I'm not sure yet, but I'm hoping. We're hoping. So, another Wednesday stream. I don't even know if I added it to my schedule. I'll have to check. Make sure that I have everything on the schedule. Alright, make sure my microphone. Yep. Everything's fine? Okay. Right. With tea. Not my normal coffee. Anyways. What are we going to do today? So. Last time. I had to think there for a second. You see me restart my brain. And I just realised as well. Can I make this light a little bit go that way? That's better. So last time we put the cardboard head together. We did most of the work on the freaking horn, because it's, and those of you who've seen the picture on my social media, it's so big I can't fit it in the freaking camera angle, even if I stand all the way down here. So, but there's still some changes I need to make to the face, because her mask is far more like pointy at the bottom, and I want it to close around here as well, so that it goes all the way around. So we have to make some changes to that, and I've made some markings to see where I might have to put the faceplate, so I can use that to where the things are going to go. I have not found where the hell I've put my motorcycle helmet cover. I have no idea where it is, so I'll have to make one. So it's bank holiday tomorrow here in Poland. So tomorrow I'm going to dive into my massive stash of fabrics to try and find a stretchy black fabric, so we can just make a cowl that goes all the way around. Because if this is getting as heavy as I think it's going to get, I might have to make some sort of structure on the inside as well, to make sure that it's like stays properly on my head when I'm wearing it. Because even as cardboard, it feels heavy. Now, most of the helmets, people say to use 10mm foam. But I want to try and see if I can use 5mm foam. I also have 7mm foam if I feel that 5mm is too thin and it's like deforms too quickly. And if we really have to, I can go to the 10mm. I because of heat, I want to try and avoid that. I want to try and get the helmet secure and solid, but without it being really, really thick. So we will see. That's kind of why I've got foam here. I've got two of my 5mm foams here. One feels a bit stiffer than the other, so we'll start with that one. But first we need to make amendments to the face so that it goes more towards here. So we have to make the sides need to come more forward, so to mark like towards a point, and the inside two strips that go here, they need to go more tapered. Now I'm also thinking maybe in the middle one, the middle stripe to the front. Oh, that's the front. So to make like a little, like the old ones had the where they're away from each other. So at the end here, to make it so that it forms more towards inside, so it curls around. So these are the things I've been working on. I've also been thinking about all kinds of other things. There was a Humble Bumble cosplay book bundle. Humble Bumble cosplay book bundle. And I've bought all the ones that were out there. I've always bought the full pack because there's always been maybe 10, 12 books that I had, but the rest I didn't. And there's about 40 books there usually. And one of the books was Camus Cosplays, How to Make a Mini Smoke Machine with a Vape. Now, I watched a video ages ago and thought, yeah, that's really cool. But one of the things I was thinking, if the helium idea does not work, but even with the helium idea, if I can't make it float on its own with like helium, so it will have a string, of course, because otherwise it won't move with me. But if I have to use something like an acrylic rod to connect the bomb to my hand, then it would be really cool to have some sort of smoke effect. So when I'm making do any photo shoots or anything like that, that it will, you know, hide the little acrylic rod. So that is definitely something that I want to work on. So ideas. Because I also have to figure out a way of hiding it within the sleeve. And, you know, when I'm holding my hand up like that, now where the foam goes out to make sure that it disperses the way I want it to disperse. So, and of course I have to find somewhere on my body, within, like probably within the armor that I'm wearing, to find a way to make a pocket where I'm putting it so that it runs from my arm all the way up. So, am I making myself more difficult again? Yes. Yes. Like, I didn't need to make a chainsaw with sound for my Sisters of Battle cosplay, but here I am. So yeah. Let's have a look. Right. Now this is the show of like how big this is, because it's literally, I'm trying to put it underneath my, like, this is my arm here, like, it's longer than my elbow. So now I have literally been leaning it against my monitor to make it not fall over. So these are the pieces that I have for, this is the side piece and that's the front piece and this is the face. So let me see, it goes that way. So that's kind of how the mask works. So on the side here, maybe you can see, kinda. So the green markings are what I want to be the face mask. So I can take it off. And so I've got a mark here that goes to the point, and then here to where it runs. So those are the markings, and I've also on the other side made it look, maybe that's more obvious, how I made it smaller, like it goes in a little bit more. So before I do anything, I need to preserve the figure of the horn, the way the horn is at the moment, so that I have it, so that once I have the face, the mask, and it fits properly and I want the way I want it, I can put that on a piece of foam and try it out. So, and then I can take apart the helmet again. So now, first, we need to do that. Sorry, coffee. No, coffee. Tea! Sometimes I wonder what my brain does. Look, squirrel! So, see if I can carefully cut the horn off. Because I also made it a little bit smaller. Not smaller, but more pointy. Come on. Cut through. Yeah. Here we go. So, let's preserve tape. Make sure that these don't move on the inside, so I can redraw that, because I need to make two, so I need a good plan. So I know this side is the side it's alright, and you can see now on the inside I've made it a bit more. So I need to mark, where's my pencil? Here. I need to mark that. Okay, let's put that aside for now. Alright, let's get this helmet off. And see my masterpiece of my plastic head. To try and create the slightly head that I have. Except for this little weird thing on top. This is the thing that I want to have like a spacer, so that it's not leaning directly on my head, but that it has some air so that it stops me from overheating. Why am I worried about overheating? I know myself and I get overheated quite quickly. So it was a pain when I was in the army. Right. Right, so now the question is, how am I going to do so? Come here. So this is kind of what I said about the faceplate. So the problem now is, how am I going to do that with this side and that side? So I wanted to make this smaller as well, so you can see on this side. Helmet's falling apart. That you can see here, I took in some of this. Problem is I can't do, because that makes it smaller in front instead of wide here. But I still have to be able to keep my face in. So if I make marks here, so I still need because I've been thinking as well, if I make, instead of making this smaller, making that smaller. So I think that might be better actually. So to make this, because then, oh, I think we're getting somewhere here. Ooh, drawing on my table. Why not? I have a solution for that. Acetone cleans the world. There we go. So actually, that might be a better solution. Because then, it goes a bit more round instead of straight. So you go back to where you were here. Because now you can see It's like origami playing with paper. Can you see that? So now this bottom part goes in. Can I do a little bit more? Like there. That might be better. I mean, you can always make something underneath, like the other mask had. So... Right. Let's see. That might work. The way I have to cut this though is going to be interesting because I need to cut it on a straight line so that the mask fits against it. Alright, so we have to make some amendments here. So let's cut it apart, make the changes on this, and see if that works. So... Hey, Chappy! Thank you for joining the stream. Because it's always awkward when you start. You're like, am I talking to people? The good thing is though, I'm off tomorrow, so I don't have the thing that I really like. I have to go to stop at 10, so... Yes! It's talking into like the nothingness. So that one. I mean, when I first started, I mean, in August, I think, I have to find it, I'm pretty sure, I looked this up last time and I forgot. Let me check. Achievements. Yeah, I'm never going to make it into... So when did I get this? I know it was August because I know it was my birthday month. So I think it was 2021 that I made affiliate. Yeah, that's kind of, I think that's when I made affiliate. So this year it's going to be my 4th year, but only since 2024 that I started really like streaming regularly again. But for a little while, it's really demotivating when you're streaming and there's like nobody there. And I think that's everybody has that problem. And of course then the whole thing, you know, with my mum passing and all that, so... Come on. No. Right, so. Somewhere is my small scissors. Where are my small scissors? You know, I cleaned up, but I still can't find anything. Oh, there. I put them away. Yeah. So, and then... But then it would have to cut off there. Let's try this. Okay, this is really scary. Because I'm literally cutting things apart. So let's... put this on here and mark that. I need to make some registration. No, I don't, because I'm not gluing that part together. Okay. And yes. I cut that off and I shouldn't have done that. This is why I grabbed some of my other that's from there, that's fine. This, oh hang on, I can just do this, right? Yes. Yes. Yeah, and I think as well for streaming makers and crafters, it's even harder. Because it's not a popular category. It's not like some people are like, yeah, let's go into makers and crafters, unless they are makers and crafters themselves. So that's what needs to be added. Then it's... Yes. Okay, so now I need to... Because the problem is, of course, I'm going to have to be able to... So when this is bent, it needs to have some sort of form. So it needs to go like this. Is that going to need to be a separate part so it curls around? Let's first try it out. So tip that together. And then Okay, that makes me feel it looks a bit like oh yeah, the bad guy in the X-Men. Oh, the helmet. God damn it. Magneto? Magneto. Magneto's helmet. Because foam can be formed, so that's not a massive issue. So now... that makes actually good sense. It's with that to go together. Huh. Okay, I think we're getting somewhere. We might even have to build something with metal inside the helmet and magnets. Okay, so let's actually make it easy and do all of it. So put that back. Oops. This doesn't work with this still formed. Come on. Oh, I remembered something. I may have posted on my social media, but I didn't post on one of the Discords. Right. Well, never mind. Right. So make you flat. Make you flat, and then put you on top of here. Okay. Need a different colour because I've got too much green on here now. So that needs to be cut off, and then over there, over there. Okay. Why am I always inventing shit myself? Okay. And that one goes on the other side. Just make sure it sticks more on there. Right. Those two right. Okay, okay, okay. Let's see if this theory is going to work. You go there, you go there. Yep. Great. Makes me look like a freaking bled there. Yeah, it is stable. One day I'm gonna paint it a different color. Hey, Hunrek! We're making changes. So then this side needs to go on here. Ah. That's about right. You go there. Is it perfect? No, no, we have to redraw this, but for now we can figure out if this is going to work. So let's try this. What commercial is that from? God damn it. All right. It's not okay. One side's smaller than the other. That's not good. I thought I clearly taped it, but yeah, I guess not. I think I can even go a bit more like that. That's kind of the faceplate. Right. That would work. Okay. Okay. Let's put these together again. If this works, that'll be the fastest I've done something. Because it's not normal for me to be this fast. It'd be nice if this build goes a little bit faster than my average build. Alright, okay, now this is the front. I think it's this way around. Yes. It's like it's good that I'm at it's good that I'm good at puzzling, because I might have to buy some more fucking tape. Damn it. Come on. Damn it. Sit. Alright, that is not too bad. Not too shabby. Alright, the other side. Good. I need a damn it counter. How many times do I say damn it? Although we'll be sewing soon as well, so I think my stab command is going to be important again. There we go. You're all talking in freaking TeamSpeak, aren't you? Unless some of you guys are not in TeamSpeak anymore. Right, and now to put them together on the back. Ah, okay. Poor Chappie has names everywhere, but everybody calls him Chappie. Yeah. Why do you not match up? Okay. Give me my finger back. Was it your day off today, Chappie? Yeah. Okay. Ah, okay. Couldn't remember. Bad friend. But yeah. Right, okay. So let me quickly see if I can make it a little bit more rigid on this end. Nope, that's still moving. Okay. So, oh wow, that is comfy feet. Get yourself some memory foam insoles. Got those in my shit kickers and it's perfect. I feel like Magneto now. The only thing is, does it need to come forward? I'm wondering. Yeah. But this would work. They're not cut properly, but now if I'm grabbing a piece of foam, so that it's not so close to me. Yeah, it's because of the cardboard. It's not sitting properly. If this was foam, it would be wider. Like if I hold it properly, that's kind of how it should sit. It's because the cardboard is just like because it doesn't push itself away. It doesn't keep form. Like you can see that here, all these seams would be flat if it was foam. But still, oh, piece of foam fell off. I'm putting a piece of foam on my head. But this is kind of the idea that I'm going to have something. So I'm going to be wearing a cowl, something that goes all the way around. So it hides my purple hair, so that any holes that are in the mask you can't see it. Because for ventilation, I'm going to have holes in this mask. But that's hidden within the filigree. So, on the piece of fabric, I want to have something like a piece of foam that has magnets in here. So there's going to be magnets inside. Yeah. And then, so that it's not leaning directly on my head. So there's some ventilation underneath here. But also that I think I'm going to need something to hold the helmet in place when I have these massive horns on it. But it also means that it was a lot easier to put on and off. But I do think to put down the face mask. Ooh, let's try it on. On the plastic head. And then have the mask stick there. Because the seams for the mask are very easily, because of all the let me show you. Like, because of the amount of, I call it filigree at the moment because I don't know how else to call it, the detail work on here, I'm very certain I'd be able to hide any. It actually looks like it's a faceplate. But with all the detail work, if I go over the edges of this, so when I put it on, it slots in within that, it would hide all the seams. At least that's the plan. Oh, my drink is see-through. That is pretty random though. I still think though at the bottom needs to be yeah. The same as when I'm wearing the blue gloves, my hands on my small screen were like I feel like it should be like this though. These have been opened, have it like this. Can I still put it on though when I do that? Because that's important. Tastes like green screen. Yeah, well, behind me is also a window, so if, you know, this is kind of how I ended up setting up my craft room. If I have to change this, it's not easy to do a craft room and not lose a lot of floor space. So yeah. Can I make you smaller again? Here you go. You stay there then. But I think that might work a little better. I still feel it needs to be more like that. Although it's getting there. Let me try this when it's... But then I have to not forget that these are still going to go on. Okay. I'm just changing the side a little bit. So because you don't have a view of the side, but in principle it needs to cover all the way down to where the ruffle starts. So this is going to be covered because it's skewing my view. So maybe needs closer like that. That might be better. Hang on. So it's more close. That might work. See, but I still get it on my head. If I close the front. Come here. Gimme. I can't get it off this fucking puppet. I might not be able to get it off on my head. Because this is... yeah, no, that's not working. Ugh. Which side did I fix? That side. So it's more in. Okay. But if I do this... it reminds me of a different person. I don't even know what the sun goes like, but yeah. But it needs to be it needs to be like a cowl almost. So maybe have a magnet that I can open it and close it. Here. That might work. That might be an idea. To have a magnet. So once I put it on, everything magnets! Because, you know. And then click it. And then I can put the mask on. Now I can't see. But that's the idea. All the magnets. I was thinking more like, what they called? The Teletubbies. My question along as well is, do I need to make it longer though? It sits here. Actually no, because I think if I make the ruffle, just make the ruffle big enough to sit here. That should be alright. That's what? 5 centimeters, yeah. Yeah, that's the only thing. Some of the sharpness will come from the face mask, the one that I attach. But it does need... That's why I was thinking, hey, it needs to... Maybe it needs to go down more, like... To elongate more. Yeah, it needs to go lower, doesn't it? It needs to go here. So when I... Somewhere around... But it needs to be longer here at front. Here it's fine, I think. It needs to be longer here. Yeah, that point is fine. So, I'm doing it on this side because I made changes to this side. Yeah, but you have to... Oh, God. My hair. It will stand out a little bit more because of if it's foam, because the cardboard just sits closer to your face, so it goes in more. So because I only have a tiny head. So, actually, instead of using my own head, why not use the head I made? Okay. Alright. I mean, foam can be formed, so, you know, I can curl it around like here. I mean, so it's hard to see because of the cardboard, of course, but I think that actually makes more sense. So to here. Well, I need to still, of course, be in the middle, but sorry, my camera is also I think that makes more sense. And then have it go around. I need this to be like I think instead of magnets it might be Velcro, so yes, I think that would work. So, easy to show on her. So now it runs lower and it goes all the way to the front. Here I will curl it because it's foam, I can curl it. And then at the front, when it gets curled around, I can use some Velcro to close it. And that would make more of the pointiest shape. Right. What we have to do is try it. Because there's no way I can do this with cardboard. I'm not 100% sure that it will work when I put it in foam. Ooh. So okay, let's take half of it apart and start trying it out in foam, because that's the only way we're going to find out whether it will actually work. Come on. Right, so let's clean up some of this. That aside, we'll figure out the mask afterwards. I thought I was going to need a lot of paper to fix this, but I guess I didn't. So that's okay. What I need to do is make all the registration marks. Right. But sometimes I do. I mean, there's a reason why my like chainsaw is taking so long. Yeah, I've taken a lot longer over that. This is a lot less complicated. And do I feel like I might waste some foam? Yeah, potentially. If you watch some of my older streams, you'll see me sit there going like this, going, I don't know what to do next. The only time I don't have that is usually when sewing. making sure I got all the registration marks on here. No, I don't know. Damn it. Car. I really need to when I'm done with these, I need to redo them. If it works, I need to make some proper marks. Okay. Ah, come on. Right. I'll need some more tape on that to keep it secure. Right. Let me quickly clean that. I'm gonna have to put my cutting mat on. Ugh. Okay. Ooh. There we go. A dirty cutting mat. Right. Oh, now there comes the problem. Try and maneuver this. And actually, why am I sitting? Let me do this while standing. Right. Sort of, you know. Yes, you can see the edge of my green screen, but come on, turn around. Now, this feels different than that, does it? Yes. Right. Okay. That's one side. Okay. There you go. Right, those are the sides. Alright. Okay. Right, we need one this way. That way. Come on, get up. Right. Sorry if I'm quiet. This is always concentration work. Yeah. Now the other way around. Ugh. Try and use as much of the foam as I can. sure everybody has their own concentration phase. When I was younger, I used to stick my tongue out. Right. That's them. Drink. Make the mat go that way. Damn it. I think I need to cut the point of this one. Damn it. Oh my god! Throwdown! Thank you so much for the raid! Yes, I changed up my raid command. How are you doing, Dan? I assume you've been, well, either throwing some pots or glazing some pots. Also, hello everybody. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Hebe. Welcome to the asylum. We are at the moment making some crazy helmet. So we are making the artillery witch from a tabletop game called Crusade, and as soon as I saw the artwork, I was like, I want to make that. Jason. But this is the helmet. Oh, butterbells. Interesting. That is something different. I'm just going to make a quick cut so I can cut these off and can sit down again. Don't forget, if you need to run off to, you know, do the things, get a drink. Take care of yourself. Right. So yes, if anybody has any questions, just let me know. Some of you may have already seen me before, as I have raided into Dan before. But the Wednesday's a new stream for me. This is when we work on our artillery witch. On Saturdays, I work on my Sisters of Battle cosplay. So, and just to show. So, this is the cosplay I'm working on. This is the one I'm going to make. Yes, including the bomb. We will be doing the bomb as well. So, at the moment we're trying to figure out the helmet. And we've made some tries. while I'm concentrating on cutting this. So we already worked, off screen, I already worked out the skirt and the cape kinda. And because sewing is something I'm reasonably proficient in. Foam work is a little bit different. Let's make you back to the normal size again. Now put the head back on. So, oh no, that's the wrong one. So people know what I'm working on. But yeah, we're trying to. So, welcome to my Frankenstein head, which I made my size, so I had a bit of an idea when I try things on. So. Right. Now making sure I can see these marked lines a little bit better. Oh, and I now just noticed my shout out didn't work. Normally it should work after a raid, but I guess. So for my viewers that haven't followed me into it, stream into Throwdowns. Throwdown is a potter that makes all kinds of things. I've seen him make mugs, I've seen him make plates. Apparently making butterbells, which is pretty cool as well, because, you know, you need to make those fit. So, you know. And occasionally I might be quiet when I'm using a sharp implement because, well, sharp implement. And I'm a little bit accident prone. And I need to sharpen this knife a little bit. Right. Okay. Getting there. Make the illustration marks on this one a little bit more clear. Okay. Now the sides. Oh, that's too long. Now I don't know how I'm going to have to cut that side where the face mask is, but we'll find out once we've done this. Here we go. And that one. Alright, so. Right. Yep, that works. That might be actually a bit too much. But we'll see. This is the problem when working with cardboard. We will see if it works or if we need to make it less. Alright, sharp implement again. Okay. Hopefully that works. So. And Negatron. Might be a bit too, so maybe you might have to reduce it a little bit, but we will see. Might be a little bit better. Okay. We have some slight amendment already. Right. Oh. We need glue. The tin open. Oh god, I just noticed that the tin is not fully closed. That's not good. I need gloves. And we need my little spreader. We're gonna make we made some changes to the helmet, Megatron, and I'm going to see how it goes out when I'm putting it into foam, because cardboard is not the most reliable. So we will see if this works. If this works, hooray! If not, back to the drawing board. Haha! Right, let's see. Let's do these first. Yes! Yes, that's the right attitude. Adventure! No idea how this is going to work out, but That didn't work out. Did that? No, I just did it, I think. Right, so I'm going to leave you to wait for a second. That's the outside, and you need to go here. Ah! Right. Now, those of you that normally are in my channel know probably that we have to wait for this glue to dry, which is different than watching paint dry, but waiting to this to not be shiny. Oh, it's still shiny. It's a little bit shiny. We'll have to wait for a second. But yeah. But yeah, this is this exciting bit. I also had some, most of you were probably here at the beginning, so one of the things I've been talking about is one of the things we thought about doing is getting some smoke to come from underneath where the... Oh, why are you not gluing together? Have I not waited long enough? Probably not. Is to have some smoke come out from underneath her hand to where the bomb is. Because she literally just pulled that bomb out of hell. For those that don't know what Trench Crusade is, it's a tabletop game that plays out in World War One, and the artillery witch is from the heretic area, the heretic campaign. So it says that during the Crusades, they accidentally opened the port to hell. And she's one of them. And she literally pulls bombs out of the hell region and, you know, throws them. So I think this top part is not gluing properly. Just hold it on a little longer. Most of it's not visible anyway, because the horns are going to go over it. Right, that's together-ish. Have you done? That's the outside, yep. Oh yeah, too much glue. Too much glue in the top. That's a lesson for next time. Luckily, all this glue residue we can clean up with acetone. Right. Right. I should have waited longer, but I'm impatient. Yeah, one side finished. Well, two sides finished. Now, glue goes on. I need to get a bit of this gone. It's good to have a box of 100 gloves. Oop. So this side And this. Yep. See if we can make it a little bit better than this time. Is it the inside? Yes, that's the inside. Just realised there's no light on the other side, so my gecko probably thinks it's waking up time. Okay. Alright, leave that on the side. Hopefully, when I get this together, it actually works. And we have the start. And then we can start thinking about the structure of the horns. Because we've got them in cardboard. Where do I go? Oh, here. I think that's it. Right, let that dry as well. Which makes it feels weird and wrong to let something dry before you put it on, but yeah, that's what you do with this glue. So what I'm looking at is, can you see it on the stream? I don't know if you can see that really close. Oh yeah, there we go. See where it's still shiny? That's still not ready. So it needs to be like matte, like on this side. And it's a really weird idea that you wait for glue to be almost dry before you put it together, but kind of that's how it works on this. That's why I use a very light amount. That one's still quite a lot of shiny stuff on, but I'll wait a little longer. So this is one of those things. So some other plants that we need to start thinking about is the ruffle. That big neck ruffle that she's got. So one of the things I bought is horsehair braid, which is normally used on the bottom hem of a skirt, so that the skirt stays bigger, so it doesn't like fall in, but it makes it a bit more stiff, so it stays more round. I'm thinking of using that at the base. I'll probably still have to use some sort of stiffener into the fabric, but I think that will help things keep its shape. I just have to figure out how many meters I'm going to need. Because, yeah. The amount of meters is going to be insane. Right. Are you getting there? Yeah, we can start. Because I think by the time I'm getting to the other side. So... Sorry, my eyesight is getting really bad now. Oh, don't glue my fingers closed. Alright, getting there. So far, the registration marks reasonably line up, so I'm quite happy with that. Oh, look at that. That's so I'm gonna push the edges together. Right. Yeah, well, that's one half. May need to be longer, but we'll see. We'll figure it out once we do the other side. Ah, come here. Alright, let's do this side. That's the front. So it needs to go this way around. Oh, come on. Right. Now, one of the biggest things is like once we get this helmet together, is trying to figure out all the intricate detail work that's on there. And luckily, I've got a really, large picture of it, so I can zoom in really, really well on everything. And although I don't have a laser cutter, I do have a silhouette. So I'm hoping to cut the bases of the work that's all around. And then from there, hook at either making like layers or to use foam clay to build up the details. So we will have to see. But I think once I've done the shape, I think we're going to put it away and start on something else. Because I think once I start on the details on the chest armor and the hip armor is similar to the head armor, so I think it's easiest probably to start working on all of that at the same time, because then you get the same ideas. Let me start figuring out how we're going to do that. I don't have that many fancy tools, so Let's take a quick drink. It's funny still to me that with a green screen, you can see my hands. Can't wear blue. Can't wear yellow. Can't wear green, of course, because it is green. Now, you also see some green in this camera, here, on there. That's actually the colour of my wall. One of my walls is a lighter green colour, and then I've got an even lighter colour on that side. So, it's just one of those things. So, it's just one of those things. So, we're just waiting for this glue to dry a little bit again. This one's still quite shiny. Also, a warning, your potential ad incoming at about 1 minute. Shouldn't last more than 3 minutes because I've tried to set them to as the minimum amount I needed. So yeah. But yeah, this looks very promising so far. I might still have to make some changes. Then we can think about the structure. Or maybe next week I should make the little... So for the people that came in, I'm going to wear a sort of a ski mask with the face cut out. So A, hide my purple hair, but B, to create a structure inside to make sure that the helmet sits on there and not on my head, because I think that for heat wise going to be a bit of a problem. So yeah. But getting there. That does look quite the way it should be. So I'm quite happy with that so far. Right. Right. Again, trying to get the lines to meet up properly. Okay, come on. Okay, getting to the end. Come on. Right. Now it's the second half. Alright. Now I'm going to warm it up a little bit and see if I can push this to go a bit more round. And I just noticed that's a terrible cut. so make sure that it goes. Now we get to put 2 and 2 together. And this is what I mean with the difference between cardboard, how that falls apart. So that's foam just stays nice. So, right. Okay. Can I please have this? Right, let's start. This is so exciting. Almost. If this works. I'd be so happy. Right, getting there. So, is anybody else having a bank holiday tomorrow? Anybody else having the 1st May off? 'Cause I think in the UK, it's the Monday that's off. But here in most of Europe, at least in Poland, Belgium, 1st of May is the Labor Day? Dag of de Arbeid? I don't know how you call it. So I am tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow. I'm off Friday because here in Poland it's Constitution Day on Saturday. And as it's a bank holiday, we get an extra day off. So, well, not an extra day off, but we get a weekday off. So I said I'll have Friday. Thank you very much. Of course, 2 hours. And now it says battery low. I still need to email them. Still haven't emailed them. Because it's supposed to say 4 hours. Well, this is 2 hours. So, but that's why I'm only wearing one. And I'll switch in a minute. Well, these can dry. Oh, actually, I remember. First, put the other one in. And then take the other one out. Yes. Alright. Let that dry. Let's put the lid on this. Oh, I need to turn the lid. Didn't look like it was closed properly. Okay. Right. I need to find a way of cleaning the edge better. I have an idea. Does this work? Ah, does. Yeah. Right. JR, good evening. How are you doing? There we go. We're quite ahead of doing things. I'm just checking a minute, say to make sure. Look, we've got foam. We've made some changes. So now we can see if this is going to work. Wow. Of course, I've got tomorrow off, which is really, really nice. Oh, I hate doing the middle. Ah, come on. Eh. 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 Okay, okay. How can you be low? You've not even been in my ear. This is weird. I need to email them. It's supposed to last for 4 hours and they last 2. Come on. Oh, there's something wrong there. I noticed. Something I didn't do right. Or maybe I did. Oh yeah. No, it still closes. Alright. Okay. But... oh, god damn it. I can't. Come on. Dark Place! Hello! Yes! I'll show you the full image that I'm doing. How's you and the missus? So yeah, this is the one I'm working on. Yeah, doing good. being crazy creative. But yeah, this is the Artillery Ridge from Crusade, and once I saw the artwork, I was like, I want to do that one. Yeah, it's a brand new tabletop game, kind of competitor to Warhammer. I'm still working on my Sisters of Battle cosplay. But yeah, this one came along and I was like, I need to. So, yeah, on Saturdays at 4 p.m. my time, so that's 1 hour later than yours, so that's 3 yours time, 3 o'clock yours time. And yes, it does have a mini. Yeah, I have the miniature as well. Not the miniature. I've got the STL for the miniature. I don't have the miniature itself. So, so yeah, it looks really good. So I've got a problem with the front. You can see here it's not getting together. Oh, cool. So you can buy the STLs. You can't buy the minis at the moment. Although you can do it. Just don't buy a Kickstarter. So you can buy the STL and have it printed. I didn't put the glue on properly here, but right, let's do that again because I do need to have this fully around. Oh god, using so many. The whole Trench Crusade, have a look at it. All their minis are really, really cool. The only thing is that they are not yet doing the. They don't sell the minis like Warhammer does. They will be, but mostly they say, here, have fun. Here's the STL. You can buy the 3D model and then you can print it. And kit batcher, they don't care. There's more miniature painters in here, so you're in good company. So I'm putting some more glue on there, see if I can get that fixed. Oh really? So, the STL or the actual miniature? So I'm not sure if they can sell the printed yet, but sorry, I have a problem with my headset. So I bought a new headset because I needed one that's not Bluetooth related. And I checked and this said it would run for 4 hours. But we've tested it a couple of streams now. And after 2 hours it says battery low. So I need to message them. So let me wait till this glue is fully... And there's a difference in the two sides. Why is there a difference in the two sides? Am I just that bad or... But yeah, I assume people will be printing them. But I don't think they're supposed to. Right, are you dry yet? Let's just hold it for a while. Oh yeah, this JR is a Warhammer miniature painter, and pretty sure Jason is as well. So there's quite a few painters. Most of them followed me from my Sisters of Battle cosplay. So. Right, let's see. It looks like one side is different from the other, but I don't know. Right, hang on. Well, if we think about this going this way, there we go. That's not bad. I mean, I have to imitate putting the Velcro in. That makes the shape right, doesn't it? I mean, I have a faceplate. If you're wondering why it looks this way, can I move you there? So I'm making, so what I'm doing, so that I can take, Iron Man. So I didn't want to have a helmet that I have to take on and off to move and to be able to access my face. So we were, on somebody else's stream, we were discussing about making a faceplate. So this is, I still have to make it, but this is like the faceplate that goes here. Now, the only thing I would need to wonder is, I need to make this seamless. But the shape is there because that's I can hold it because it falls. I think we are definitely in the right section, because I think it needs to be a little bit more up. Because I need to measure this. But I think if I do it that way, so I have some Velcro here, so this closes, so I can get out. But I'm quite happy with that. Is it perfect at the moment? No, it's not. What about the unicorn? No, I can't see what the middle is. I will stab you! Ah, shenanigans! Can I take it off like this? No, no. But that... I definitely think that works. That's freaking amazing. Now, where's my... So one of the things I did was measure the angle that her headpiece is on. So now, that's 45 degrees. Needs to be there. Okay, okay. Needs some amendments to this still. It still needs to be pointier. But we'll do that at a time. Now, I think I need it. I'm so happy with that. Now, the question is, when I put the face mask on, it needs to be pointier at the bottom. So instead of having it like that, it needs to be up. Like that. Okay, I have an idea. So it needs to go inside. Ah, come here. Taking a risk here. I'm using the lines on my cutting mat. Alright, how about that? Yoink! Ooh, I think that's even better. Oh, yes. Ooh, ooh, let me show you. Let me show you. Ah! purple hair. Ugh. Oh, this is going to be annoying trying to do this myself. Nope, that's... Yeah. So now, instead of it being straight, it goes underneath. So you can see it makes more of the oval shape that she's got. I think that is better. It looks so weird. Yeah, I think that's better. So now it's got that pointy type that she's got. And then if you put the face mask on, I can't see now, but it will seamlessly work in that point. And there's an ad break, so I'll wait for a second. Making a fool out of myself like this. So, on the picture, so I think the horns finish here. It needs to be a bit more upright, but just thinking where it finishes, it's about right. So it needs to be there. Okay. See, and now with this, I can take the face mask on and I can take a drink. And that's the reason why I'm making a face mask. But I think that is the solution. And then just have Velcro moving it. But yeah, I think that is going to be the solution. Because that, I can't fit that now. I have to have a solution of opening and closing it. Yes, magnets is the one that the way I will be doing it. Yeah, definitely magnets. So if I put this back on, so now this bit doesn't stay straight, but now it's curved. So now it actually really looks like the bottom of her face. Yeah, so the plan is to have magnets, like literally like 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. Now they will have to be the small ones. So I might have to figure out how to double up on them, potentially. I will have to do some work on the seams, but a lot of the seams are going to be covered, so I just don't want this egg. There's a bit of a... Actually, it doesn't really matter, because it's kind of... I might still remake this and glue it a little bit better, but for now... So let's try that needs to be neatened up a little. And there's 2 marks there. Now I'm not sure if this is going to work, but we're going to try. Ah. Try this again. Nope, no sound in that one. Why ain't that going on then? The left one worked. Can you not connect? Give me a second, I'm trying to try something. Oh, did the music stop? Yes, because I fucking pressed it too much. Oh no, next song, okay. Normally when you take them out of the thing, it goes on. The hell is going on? Yeah, the music is going, but I can't hear it. Really, I'm fed up with this. Why does the right one not work? How do I turn you on? God damn it. Don't want to be faffing about. Oh well. Leave it for now. I'll have to come. As long as you guys don't hear the battery low shit, then, you know. Right, this one. Right, need to stand for a sec. one side goes this way. Oh no, I need to do it. You know? Just to work with. You go in there. That way around? Alright. Just that. Oh. Okay. Okay. Alright, so there. Yes, I know. Oh, my battery is low. You'll have to last a little bit longer. Just want to put this face mask together and then, oh god, forgot. Right. Right, now, let's see if there's, excuse me. Ah. This works. I'll be fucking surprised. But nice surprise. Damn it. Is that you, kitty cat? Yeah? Hello? Come and say hi? No? She's a bit shy. Come on then. Don't know if you can hear her on the microphone. video again? Are you gonna hate me when I pick you? Yeah, you run off. I don't just have to think about... Okay, cool. She has a very slight meow. She's literally... as soon as I even think about picking her up, she's gone. Well, you know. It's come a long way. Alright. I mean, that's why I start at 7, so I can feed her before we start. That's why I stop on Saturdays at 7, because that's her dinner time and my dinner time. She's probably in front of the gecko cage, because I didn't turn the lights on in the other side, and it's gone dark now, so the gecko will be out and having a look around. Okay, alright, so let's wait for these to dry. But yeah, I do think that's surprisingly gone well. Just wonder if I should put the middle seam on first. Glue that one first, and then glue the sides in. But, you know, not bad for a first one. Does feel that that side is wider, but can I do this one? Yeah, can we try this? Oh no. My headset just went off. See, why does it look different on each side, even though I've used the same freaking mold? Same freaking templates. Let's put here that one. Hopefully last time I can wear these freaking gloves. This mask is not fitting perfectly. It was probably because we changed this. Because the seams will mostly be hidden. So what I'm planning on doing, because of all the detail work, to have the detail work go over the edges, so that when I put this on, it seamlessly fills in all the other gaps. But that means it needs to be absolutely perfectly done. And I need to hold this for a second. See. Okay, that's changed the shape there. Okay. Hold this in the middle. But that would work with a little bit of adjustments. Let me try this a different way. Ugh. Right, so some sides fit. So you can see I've not been that accurate here. So it's not a perfect line. And the top it's a bit messy. Can I? No. Needs to be this way. So if I form you around a little bit, that's a nice thing about foam. Has my music stopped fully now? Really? Or is it just waiting for the next song? I don't know. Waiting for the next song. Okay. I can't hear it now, but we won't be streaming for that much longer. So. Right. Let's... I put you here, where you need to be. Can I form you sit there? So that isn't far off. It requires some sanding. Right, so heat gun. Hey, yeah. Let's warm this up and see if we can form it. Come here. I need more than one hand. Yeah, the bottom needs, because the bottom changed because of the way I did the bottom, but the top really does slot in perfectly. There. Come on. Okay. I think that worked. Yep, that worked. Kinda. Okay. Right. Now, oh. Right, let's see. That works. Yeah, it's not perfect, but that's because my cuts are imperfect, but that kinda seals it. We'll have to do some sanding. That works. Oh, there's an ad happening, so sorry if you have an ad. You probably can't hear me if you have an ad. You may, because sometimes they're on the bottom. I do think that works. So, you can see now, I need to get a new piece of tape there. There! Come here. Get in. I do think that might. Still think it needs to be a little bit less wide. I do think that looks pretty good. Right. Yeah, I do think that needs a tiny bit. Try that again. That's better. So now, I do think we pretty much have. Right. Now the problem is I need some eye holes. Because as soon as I do this, I can't see. Alright, let's see. If you hear some alarm in the background, that's my alarm to feed my gecko. I apologize. Right, let me go to... Alright. That is pretty much that shape. That is. It will require some more work, but I do think that works. I think that looks... So, my hair's all over the place. I think that is pretty much perfect. And then I need to redo these, but that's right. So they need to be about there. So they've got some stuff to do. But if I just hold it against where that ends is pretty much right. It just needs to be upright more. I am very happy with it. That mountain of cuts. Yeah, I think. Yeah. I think we pretty much got the shape right. I am very happy with that. Right, I think also that is a good time to stop, because the only thing now I need to do is redo the cones. Or at least the one cone that we've been working on. I have a good idea now with this that I need to probably make it a sharper point so that when you put it on, that this is more straight down. But like you can see here, so that's 50 degrees. But we'll work on that next week. Like we said, we got on a lot further than I expected to go. I'm quite happy with how things are put going together. I can see the fucking alarm on the background. Ah. But yeah, that works. I am very happy with that. So all I do now is put the magnets around and it will just go dunk. Right, let's see if there's anybody to raid. Oh, let me just fucking turn that alarm off because it's in my head. Hi, you get. Right. Let's see if we can raid someone. First of all, let's filter by English. Anybody I'm following? No. Nobody online? No. Okay. Don't I have the English? Where's the English one? E and G. Right, let's have a quick look. Does anybody? I know, Jace. It's just every time, and it's like it's just I can't search on the tag cosplay because that's really unreliable. And some people just don't put anything in there. And it's like, I don't know what you're doing. If anybody has any recommendations, let me know. Oh, is there? Who? Right, hang on. Take that off. Do they have the Trench Crusade thingy on? Trench Crusade. Is that painting or are they playing? Because it says they're playing Naraka Blade Point. Or is it actually someone playing? Or maybe they don't have English type on. Because I see one with the Trans Crusade tag, and they say they're painting, but they're actually saying that they're playing a game, Naraka Blade Point. So they're not painting. Is it level 1 Magikarp? No, they're playing a game, they're not painting. Otherwise... No! Ah! Wrong. What's the name? Toppy... Oh, okay. Control. Copy! Maybe they haven't got... maybe it's done it. It's a search. There you. Warhammer, Baltac and Trench Crusade. Yeah, why not? Why not? I know a lot of painters are in here, so you guys will probably enjoy that. Here we go. Right. And my hair is all over the place because I've been putting that mask on. Right. Anyways. Right. First things first. That would be a fucking terrible screenshot. So yes, I think we've done a really good job on, or at least I have. You guys have been here supporting, you know. So that looks, I think, really, really good. Is it going to be exactly like the image? No, it never is going to be. It's never going to be. But I do think this is going to be pretty accurate. We'll refine it in the future anyway. But, you know, my idea of what I wanted to do worked. So, I'm very happy about that. Anyways, before this, it cuts me off because that happened before. So, again, Saturday, 7 p.m. my time, which is GMT plus 2 at the moment. So, calculate your own time zones. 7 p.m. 4 p.m. On Wednesday it started. But I am. See, it's counting down, so I'm